debut in So how are you finding things at the team? Are you settling in? What are you expecting out of this season? Great, well that's everything.
To go.
New drivers, new cars, it's a new Formula One season. But it's the same Albert Park that we've come to know and love for more than 2 decades now that plays host to round 1 of a 21-race championship that takes us from here in Australia, across the globe, and the eventual season finale at the Yas Island circuit in Abu Dhabi. So here we are at Albert Park Circuit. 3.3 miles of public roads, closed for the weekend of course, make for a bumpy surface with little undulation. There are 16 corners around the lake with the best passing opportunities coming at turn 1 and turn 3. We have plenty of changes to the sport this year with tweaks to the regulations, a fresh looking spread of tyre compounds, and of course some changes to the roster of car manufacturers. It's goodbye to Sauber and hello once again to the classic name of Alfa Romeo in Formula One. It's also goodbye to Force India. They've been rebranded as Racing Point. Joining me to take you through all the action of the 2019 Formula One season is Anthony Davidson. And it's great to have you with us.
Thanks, Crofty. Always happy to be here, and I'm looking forward to getting underway. Last year was Mercedes' 5th Constructors' title in a row, although for the first half of the season it was absolutely neck and neck with the Ferraris. Hopefully this year we can see the chasing pack take that final step, as I'd love to see a championship contest all the way up to the final race in Abu Dhabi. Another story to keep an eye on is the performance of Red Bull, who have switched to the Honda power unit this year. What that will mean for both their performance and reliability remains to be seen.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. A fantastic effort from Charles Leclerc yesterday puts him on pole, and Lewis Hamilton completes the front row. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Albon, Bottas, Sebastian Vettel and Verstappen, Perez, Ricciardo, Norris and Kevin Magnussen, Weber, Sainz, Devon Butler and Grosjean, Raikkonen, Gasly, Lance Stroll and Red, Russell, and Robert Kubica takes the last spot on the grid. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
P14. You're in P15. Butler is ahead of you. They're on fresh softs. Grosjean is behind you. They're on fresh mediums. Your pit window opens in 8 laps time. 27 laps to go. Stop. The time last lap was a 1 minute 28.6. We pretty much burned off our excess fuel. We'll be back on target soon. Don't wait too long to turn the engine down. This lap, push hard on the in-lap. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Yellow flag. Okay, clear. Some information on Norris. It looks like the finish. You stepped up and achieved what we asked. Good job.
Ferrari have really pulled it out of the bag today. It's a great win. Anthony Davidson, what helped them deliver this result, do you think?
Well, I know it's a bit of a boring answer, but the truth is they simply had the best speed package on the day, and a driver who knows how to take advantage of that. It doesn't matter how much time you spend poring over the stats and planning strategies if you can't keep the pace, and our winner today showed they could do both.
Ferrari are at it again, an excellent performance at today's Grand Prix, and they're certainly a team that know what they're doing out there. And after this round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the drivers' table. Charles Leclerc's points today take him to the top of the championship standings. So, Anthony Davidson, who would you rank as your driver of the day?
I have to give it to Red. That was a commanding performance today. Very impressive indeed.
It's time to see how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. Ferrari take the lead at the top of the table. Well, that was certainly an incredible weekend of racing. Be sure to join myself and Ant for more exciting Formula One action soon.
Less than a lap of fuel now.
There's something in the Bahrain air tonight, and I'm not just talking about the sand. Our brightest minds have thrust their brightest ideas into the spotlight of the Sakhir circuit this evening as we look ahead once more to a Grand Prix that has thrilled us so consistently in the past. There's no shortage of passing opportunities around the 3.36 miles of the Bahrain International Circuit, with the best at turn 1 of course, and then another soon into turn 4. 15 corners here, 6 to the left and 9 to the right, and we could see 1 or 2 flat spots into the tight left-hander of turn 10. Anthony Davidson, a very warm welcome to you as you join me in the commentary box for today's event. Let's talk about Red. As with all the drivers at this level, they have a lot of ambition, but Formula One's a daunting step up from any other series, so expectations are high right from the start.
And this is something that has ended the career of many a young driver, as that leap up to Formula One proves to be too much. But luckily in this case, I'd say they're doing a good solid job, and the risk the team took in signing them is definitely starting to pay off.
With the race minutes away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Valtteri Bottas lines up on pole position, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Vettel, Charles Leclerc and Butler, Weber, Grosjean, Magnussen and Kimi Raikkonen, Sainz, Perez, Daniel Ricciardo and Gasly, Albon, Norris, Lance Stroll and George Russell. Red and Robert Kubica takes the last spot on the grid. Now it's almost time to lights out, so let's go down to the track.
After the points finish last race, let's aim to keep the momentum going. teammate by 2.1 seconds. Last lap was a 1:35.4. We're sat in 16th. Norris ahead. Our gap to the car in front is 1.4 seconds. They're on old hards. Stroll is behind you. Less than a second separate you. They're on old softs. Your pit window will open in 7 laps time. 21 laps to go. We're 9 places above where we predicted. Carry on with the job you're doing. Go, go, go. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. P16, we have P16, Norris just ahead, push for the position, the gap is less than a second, they're on fresh. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. so I expect they've fixed whatever the problem was. Thank you for all your hard work out there. That was a strong drive and a good finish. Well done.
That's it for another Grand Prix and a fantastic win for Mercedes. Anthony Davidson, what helped them deliver this result, do you think?
Well, they certainly stood out as a driver with tons of confidence on the track. I think their ability to keep their cool, even during some of the more hectic parts of the race, meant they were able to capitalise on the mistakes of other drivers, giving them the opportunity to make their way to the top spot with ease.
Mercedes are on top form once again after an excellent race weekend. It's great to see them up on that podium once again. Let's see what effect this result has had on the drivers' standings. Lewis Hamilton takes over the lead of the Drivers' Championship after an excellent result. Some amazing talent out on the track today, but Anthony, who would you pick as your driver of the day?
I have to give it to Red. There was a lot going on all down the field, but they were the only one who I really felt maximised their potential.
It's time to see how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. There was also a strong showing from the Mercedes team today as they make their way up the standings. Well, that was certainly an incredible weekend of racing. Be sure to join myself and Ant for more exciting Formula One action soon.